supported you to go to all these?
Well, I worked at a credit union. It was a little local credit union, the same one that I worked was the Santa Claus at, and it was a stifling job. It didn't lend itself to the creative mind. Like, you weren't even able to like change your wallpaper on the computer you worked on every day, and it was like, and what pisses me off is that like I let them crush me in that job. Like, I had the opportunity to fly out to Los Angeles and interview Snoop Dogg, and I had to turn it down because they wouldn't give me off, and I needed the job and the health benefits and all that stuff. But I vowed after that I would never let a job stop me from having a life experience again, and I really held strong to that. And I ended up kind of like telling them to go F themselves the second time that I had an opportunity to go to California, and I did follow through with it. There was this company called Jam City that makes mobile games, and they make the Family Guy mobile game called Another Freaking Mobile Game. And they flew me to Los Angeles to advertise that game with none other than Adam West. So I got to meet Adam West before he died. It was really amazing. It was like a month and a half before he died. You wouldn't even know he was sick. He was a really, really nice guy. He was, it was like, how's it going there, Mayor West? I got to hear him sing the Adam West song, and it was really a surreal experience. And that's just what I'm talking about with these life experiences that I've had with this. It's really hysterical. Like some of the adventures that I've had, and I almost wish that I had like somebody to follow me around with a camera just to capture all the shit that I've done over the years. And it's not just Peter Griffin. Like when I met Roger Bumpus, who's the voice of Squidward on SpongeBob, I was going back and forth with the guy as SpongeBob. I was like, "Hey Squidward, finish those errands? How about now? How about now?" And that was a whole experience that was never on film. When I met Ian McDiarmid from Star Wars, he played the Emperor, I had a cackle off with him, and he never does that with fans. Because it was the last thing I did at one of the cons that hired me. It was Tampa Bay Comic-Con. And it was the last thing I wanted to do before hopping on the plane to go home. Because my niece is a huge Star Wars fan, and I was like, I'm getting her the Emperor's autograph. Now, what's really cute is she was really small when I got this. So she was afraid that I was going to meet the Emperor and he was going to turn me to the dark side. That's how small she was. But the last thing I did before hopping on a plane was I went on Ian McDiarmid's line, and it was taking forever. And the people realized who I was, and they were like, "You got to hop on a plane. Like, just go to the front of the line, get the autograph, and go." So I went up to the girl to takes the money to buy the prints, and I couldn't help myself. I was just like, if she really quite happy with your face. And he stops signing, looks up and says, "That was very good." I was like, I have to say, Mr. McDiarmid, though, my absolute favorite is the cackle. And he starts doing it back. And it was the most amazing thing I ever saw. I was like, why is this not on film? God, if somebody got that on film, I really hope they come to light with it at some point. Because that was... if I had a cameraman or somebody following me around, like, a lot of these experiences probably tickle a lot of other people too. Any other questions?